Hello on YouTube, hello on Twitch, and welcome to another episode of my Hearthstone Let's Play series. This is Northstar. I hope you're well, are taking care of each other and being kind to yourselves. This just came up. Does this mean that they're doing the new expansion already? We wanted to sneak in a bit of an arena run. This is probably just a balance patch before it, but I don't know. Wait, Ursine Mall got nerfed. It used to give your highest cost card, now it says draw a card. Are you kidding me? I hate this. It was nerfed the cards my decks rely on, and never, you know, things that are actually overpowered. Deja Vu maybe need a bit of a nerf. Unleash the Crocolists. Red means nerfed, right? Yeah, so. Yeah, and probably. What's different about Least Navigator? Your deck start with 10 cards of different costs. That seems the same. They nerfed Creature Madness, reduced its health. Are you kidding me? And they buffed the Blob of Tar, though they made it more expensive, so it's actually less. Yeah, they're just hurting everything that, you know. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's definitely the new. Try Deathwing Trial card in pre-release Tavern Brawl. Dream City Trial cards. Temporarily add to your collection. Are you kidding me? Unbelievable. Well, so much for getting the arena run. Yeah, well, I can open these now. So of course they always do this, they break existing decks so you'll buy more stuff. Anyways, let's open some packs. Sleet Storm. Deal 2 damage. Deal 1 damage to random enemy minion. Mend. Restore a minion to full health. Draw a card. Not terrible, I guess. Raincaller. The first time you deal damage with a spell each turn, gain 2 attack. Not terrible. Play it, then you immediately play some damaging spell, and you've got a 3/4 for 2. Supply run that needs to be removed before it gets out of control. Shatter. Wait, Shatter? Splits into 2 halves that recombine an adjacent hand. So the Shatter card they released before, they actually are gonna... Is this a new mechanic now? Recombine with adjacent hand. Draw 3 minions. Give minions their hand +2/+2. That's already ridiculous. Shadesborn Disciple. Battlecry. Herald Shogal. Or Herald. Summon your class's appendages as a soldier. Upgrade them every 2 heralds. Death Rattle. Restore 3 health to your hero. Okay. So Herald summons an appendage, which synergizes with the actual clauses, I assume. Get it. Eventuality, Fading Memory. Time Machine. Taunt. Death Rattle, get a random rewind card. Fading Memory, get around 5 custom mail from the past. Is it Death Rattle? Discover a card from your deck, others get put to the bottom. And the second Time Machine, another eventuality. It's like it's trying to give me dupes just to avoid giving me a strong deck. Alright. Dracaden Mongrel. Death Rattle, summon 2 random 4-cost minions. Really? More dragon synergy nonsense. Carrier whelp. Get a friendly dragon that costs 3 or less. These are both all classes. Supply run again. Ravenous Spell Shifter. Costs 1 less for each spell spell you've cast this game. Winter Spring Whelp. Yet another dragon. Battlecry. Discover a 1-cost spell from any class. Alright, Gruesome Nightmare. Give a minion in your hand or battlefield attack equal this minion's attack. So, Waste 3. Mend again. Summon a Clash. Summon a Ram 3, 2, and 1 cost minion. It's not. Well, you can play it on turn 4, but it's not super amazing. Because the randomness. Scalebreaker Bulwark. At the end of your turn, deal 2 damage to all enemies. Of course, it's good to synergize seriously with certain cards. So it'll definitely have place in certain broken decks. That's definitely pretty good. And Daze. Return enemy minion to its owner's hand. They can play next turn. Great. Alright. Let's see. Let's probably break some of my standard decks. Maybe. Maybe not. Actually. Interesting. Not yet released. Oh, okay. I see. It's just give me the cards in advance of the release. But it refunded my existing arena run. Frustrating. I was about to actually give it a shot right before the end of the season. Oh, I guess I got a card pack. Just for even... That was a pack, right? No, except it didn't actually give me a pack. You showed it. But give me nothing. Yeah, typical. Give me dust. Maybe. Alright, well there's a pre-release Tavern Brawl. Compete for new expansion cards. Enjoy a free trial Deathwing. 6 wins for max prizes, 3 losses, and you're out? Are you kidding me? And this uses arena tickets. Gah! Let's place the Northstar Tavern Brawl. Oh, it's still here. Heat that just canceled my arena run, and it didn't even give me any reward. It's supposed to. Sometimes when it does this, I come back and log in later, and it does. But yeah. I think I'd rather do an arena run than mess with the brawl right now. Although, alright, Rogue Demon Hunter or Deathwing. Do I have any quests for what it's worth? Though I shouldn't get too focused. Raint, Battle Cry, Time Waste. Yeah, whatever. Alright.
Final darkness
I do like
falls
Deathwing.
over these lands.
Choose a legendary group. Group, but this is only one card. When your hero would lose health, gain that much max health instead. So health, I'm assuming, and max health. Is it gonna show what the colossal appendages look like? Arisen Onyxia. Exarch Maladar. The next card you play this turn costs corpses instead of mana. This is very synergistic with you need stuff. It would deal damage on your hero's turn. Not necessarily reliable. Oh yeah, these also are runes. Like this would freeze me into pure frost. Lady Death Whisper. Death or copy all frost spells in hand. This is the least restrictive. Exarch Maladar, a single unholy rune. The next card you play this turn costs corpses. Oh, I see. It comes with 3 cards. Experimental animation. Herald Onyxia. Deal 4 damage to all minions. Ooh. Enemy minions, but it costs 6. Lifesteal. Herald Onyxia. Taunt. Herald your Colossal. Mining Casualties. This is very good. Summon 2 Silverhand recruits with Death Rattle. Summon a Frail Gold. This is great for giant corpses early. And it's still essentially 4 1/1s for 2, so it's not bad. Stitch Giant. Wakener of Souls. Taunt. Reborn. Death Rattle. Resurrect a different friendly Death Rattle minion. Not amazing. Except if you... Well, in Arena I may make it to... Still, I'm going to take the Exarch Maladar. Alright. By the way, this is your daily call for Draft Baron. But... Just joking. It's kind of going viral right now. Alright. Seriously though. Why is it always... It's never the rich people's kids who die in these wars. Remorseless Winter. Deal 2 damage to all enemies. Draw a card. Of course, this would tie me into having a level of Frost. Actually, it's going to force me into being Frost unholy no matter what. Crowd control is hard enough to come by. Of course, this costs 4. Crowd control. Still think I'd want the Remorseless Winter, even though those weren't terrible choices. Eulogizer. Spend 3 corpses to deal 3 damage. Forge. Gain them instead. So, gain 3 corpses and deal 3 damage, I guess. And this would synergize with Stitch Giant, because spend corpses. Discover a card from the newest expansion. Cards I'd be less familiar with. Could be good. Could be terrible. A 3/3 deals 3 damage is always great. And the ability to forge it. Spend 2 mana to produce 3 corpses, though it's probably not useful very often. Better Spawn Drake, unfortunately it's a 10-drop. Taker. Sweet and Snow Flurry. Get 2 random temporary frost spells with a miniaturize. I do like miniaturize, it's a good effect. Very often you can squeeze in a 1/1 or one drop. Russian Lifesteal. Never terrible, but expensive. this is... There should be, say, zombie with rush. Plague Strike, deal 3 damage, and if you use it, well, you can get a zombie that has rush. Cool. Fistful of Corpses. Deal damage to minion equal to your corpses. That would spend all your corpses. It's not necessarily great. Especially if you get draw it later when you have a ton. And it's just wicked overkill. Draw Transformation. Transform an undead into a 4/5 undead monstrosity with rush. Can be used on my ghouls, of course. It's required changing. Yeah, I'll just take that transformation. So it's synergized with things, buff cards in hand, but it's... I guess I have to choose at hand or battlefield. Just the ability the reach just gives the battlefield is great. Alright. Don't need another Awakener Souls. Discover a spell to start in your deck. That's more for cheeky certain decks. Taunt, Death Rattle, Restore 6 health. If I get to 5 dropping, not amazing. The Rotten Apple Bound. Rotten Apple Tree, basically. Of course, it's in German because it's supposed to be Black Forest themes. Black Forest. I was just watching The Weight of Chains. I watched The Weight of Chains 2 before, and I guess there's also a 3. The first one's kind of amateurish and not critical enough of the kind of vile propaganda that occurred around the Yugoslavian war, but it does certainly point out German economic imperialism in Yugoslavia, which has precedent all the way back to World War II. Party animal. I'd say I should talk about this on stream, but he's freaking watching. It's ridiculous. There's random streams where a person's not even talking, he's got 500 viewers, and I can't. No one even... Twitch's discovery stinks. Let's see. I probably have a few undead. Give one to each minion of a different type. So this is synergized with undead. Excuse me, so certainly synergized with the Gruesome Nightmare. Oh no, it won't because they're both beasts. Actually, that's one card it won't. It's on the mana curve regardless. I need a 2-drop. So 4/4 rush, but this is 6/6 if you make it to 7 mana, the Silver Moon armor. Meh. Survivalist has immune. Light control. No other minions. 9 drops, no. This is just not great unless you can get the Mana Thirst. And then it's pretty good. Rather, it's deal 3 damage. I have a little more aggressive deck. Alright, Death Rattle. Gain 8 armor. The Forge Fiend. Plague Strike again. And Wizard. Get 2 random spells from your class. Rewind if you don't like what you got. Stats are kind of low. This can easily deal 5 damage though. It's a lot of removal. I like low cost stuff so I can get an advantage. Well, I can lose an advantage, but especially with the hackers I've faced so often, I rarely can even get the initial advantage. Hero attacks minion after 8, but in arena that's probably less likely. Well, actually, I might say it's probably worse there, because the hackers don't have to contend with constructed decks that after hero attacks minion, deal 2 damage to enemy hero. It's 2/2 weapon for 1 drop. That's already good without the additional effect. Or after this attack, 2/3 Valkyrie that costs 1. Yeah, enemies will just remove it real early. Still, it's a 1/2, 1 drop, and occasionally you'll get an extra mana value. Yeah, no, I think I just need the weapon. Breaker is a good weapon. You when it'll give me all terrible options or all really great ones like that. Plucky, well, 2 really great options. Plucky, Paint Fin, Poisonous. Battlecry, draw a Rush Minion. So if you have a Rush Minion to draw. Rite of Atrocity. Discover an undead. Spend 2 corpses to give it Dark Gift. Yes, please. Or summon 2 ants or spend 2 corpses to deal 4 damage to minion. Some of the Dark Gifts are really out there. Also, I don't have any blood runes yet. This would force me into being Rainbow Death Knight, which is usually not good. You usually want to go deeper, so. I have 14 cards left, and I still haven't gotten any good 2 rune things. Battlecry, deal 2 damage. Finale to all enemies. Hardcore Cultist. 6/6 with Rush and Spellburst gain Divine Shield. Or after surviving damage, send 1 initiate. Used correctly, the Hardcore Cultist does some nice crowd control. I think I need something a little bigger, and the White Fused Moth Saber is definitely a good card. 6/6 Rush isn't terrible, but the Spell Burst, it's not hard. You just need to have a spell, which admittedly got Rite of Atrocity, Dark Transformation, Mining Casualties. I got a few cheaper ones. Plague Strike. Merciless Winter. Dormant for a turn. Isn't that just till my next turn? So it's really just can't be removed but until it attacks. Rush, immune while attacking. Definitely not bad. Stone Owl Defenders are favorite in constructed decks, but mostly because they just mess with enemies and ensure you can live long enough for your combos. Freeze a or Death's Advance. Freeze a character. Discover a spell. It's a little below the mountain curve. I'll take the Link Diver. And hey, the party animal synergizes with it for whatever it's worth. Body Bagger, 1/3 gain a corpse. Or Crypt Map. I don't like the Chill Fallen Baron, it really isn't a great card. Discover Frosting card. You played this turn, which is far from certain. Also pick one of the others. It's randomness. I don't know for sure it's 2 Frost I want. It's yet to give me. I liked some of the double unholies are really good. Another Gruesome Nightmare. Or Envoy at the End. Herald my Colossal. I If I had a Colossal. So that's useless. Terrible Chef. Undead Chef. Summon a 0/2 Nerubian Egg. And Spellcry Death Rattle. Destroy it. Ooh. Still, I think the Gruesome Nightmare is better. More mining casualties. Yes, please. More aggressive stuff when I can get it. Card Grader. If you cast a spell while holding this, discover a card from your deck. It's not hard. It's 2/4 with Discover, basically, most of the time. Also not great. Or discover a card that didn't start in your deck. Pandaren Immortar doesn't have the conditional. Discover a card from my deck is a lot less random. Pandaren Importer is undoubtedly a better card. I do have a little bit of a gap with. I have a number of 3 drops. I hate the randomness, but I think I need this. It'll give me some other 3 drops, I'm sure. Talanji's Last Stand. Give your minions Death Rattle, summon a random 4-cost minion. Which, you know, you play this out and you have a couple minions out at least. That's some nice value. Or Stoneborn Accuser. Infuse. Gain Battlecry, deal 5 damage. You have 5 minions, so it's a 5/5 that deals 5 damage. Or for the same amount of mana, you can summon probably a couple 4-drops. So, something that's just a little more valuable in 4-drop and 5 damage. Or conditional, summon a random 4. Well, this could be combined with the ghoul to ensure that I can get 3 of these. And this, if you draw it late in a game, you won't get the Battle Cry. Alright, I'll do this because it gets more momentum. Do summon elemental. There's like no elementals in this deck. My environment would be good at constructed, not here. Frostbin Imp, Battlecry, freeze this. And it doesn't have much health. Or Rolling Stormdrake, Rush, Wind Fury, Kindred. So if you play an elemental or a dragon, which I have hardly any of, gain immune this turn. Just had to give me that when I clearly don't have the ability to. These are all garbage. These are all freaking garbage. Frostbin Imp, at least, enemies will usually remove it, but, you know, it's like 2 mana, 3 health. It's really not a good card, but I'll take it, I guess. Travel Security. It's margin better than, like, the armor ability of a warrior, except that, you know, costs you a card. Taunt. Death Rattle, summon a random 8-drop. Yep, I've used that card, it's good. You have to live long enough to play it, though. Not liking the lack of quite enough aggressiveness in this deck. I have a ton of really big minions, which is a huge problem. I have haven't got any Death Rattle means to summon synergize with Awakener of Souls, which at this point is going to be a huge problem. I haven't got any ones that were worth taking anyhow. Except Tell Johnny's Last Stand, which you do that. But I think it's not things that were upgraded with Death Rattle, it's things that started with it. I'll grab Travel Security, I guess. Not amazing. Amazing cheaper. After hero attacks, give a random friendly minion to attack. Well, that's nice. Oh yes, Sunspot Dragon. Play at the turn you get it, and you deal 6 damage and heal 6. You can trade it. These are all good cards. Chromatic Broodmother, or at least the left and right are. Whenever this attacks, refresh mana crystals equals this man's attack. So it's a 4-drop, but you can usually play it for 2, and sometimes even less if you buff it while in hand. Mana advantage. I want too many weapons for my hero, you know, then you die too fast. The Command Claw is definitely a good card, but Chromatic Broodmother. This I have too many 6-drops already. I have a weak lack of 4-drops, so I'll take that. Asphyxiate, this is all favorite of mine for a reason. Gemstone Hoarder. I don't have 3 cards left to draw. Choose a card in your hand to discard. Get it back, it costs 1 less as Death Rattle. Of course, Samuel see what that was. Or, you know, basically deal 2 damage with this and get the Dreadhounds. And it takes less time, yeah. I don't want the Dreadhound Handler. Lamplighter, deal 1 damage, improved by each turn in a row. Point Elemental. They must have changed the text on that. I seem to remember that working a little differently before. I don't have elementals to make that work here. Battle Cry, summon 4 giants, but you have to last long enough to... Let's take another Dreadhound Handler. I have tons of corpse generation and nothing to spend it on. Stupid game. Give me things that spend corpses. It's like it's trying to make sure I lose. Certainly I don't need to forge the Eulogizers very often. Bronze Keeper. At the end of your turn, summon a 6/6 Elemental Dragon with Divine Shield. Sure, it's a big thing that demands removal. This is a terrible deck. Huh. Well, that's generated. No viewers on Twitch. Take a bit of a break then. I will see you all very shortly. Until next time, my viewers, take care of each other. Find yourselves and may you always find a guiding star lead you on, Madu, and best luck to you all.